Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Good communication is the bridge between confusion and clarity. As you know that communication skill is an important 20% skills. And if you want to be successful in every area of our life, then we must work on our communication skills and we must develop effective communication skills. There are a lot of benefits of effective communication skills. Effective communication skill help us to become a quicker problem solver. It also helps us to become a better decision maker. It also helps us to have steady flow of work, and it is also important for a strong business relationship. And effective communication skills are also important for having a better professional image. So, as we know that communication skills is important for each and every work in our life. If you want to get education, if you want to appear in an interview, if you want to appear in an exam, if you want to apply for a scholarship, in test or interview. So everywhere we need strong communication skills. Now, how to develop effective communication skills and how to be more effective in our communication? If we want to be effective in our communication, then we must learn the 7 C's of communication. What are the 7 C's of communication? According to the 7 C's of communication, the first stands for complete or completeness. Now, what is a complete communication? A complete communication is one in which the receiver understands the message fully which the sender wants to convey. A complete communication involves a sender and a receiver, a clear message, a suitable medium, a feedback, understanding, and a context. So when we have all these things in a communication, then that is considered a complete communication, and it makes us an effective. When we take care of all these things in our communication, so it will make us an effective communicator. The second C stands for conciseness or concise communication. Now, what is concise and the 7 C's of communication? Concise means wordiness, or it means that whenever we want to convey a message, so we must use the minimum number of words in our communication. So when we convey a message in less words, so this is how we will be more effective in our communication. The next C, it stands for consideration. It means that we should get into the shoes of others people. It means that we should feel the feeling of others, and then we should talk to the person, and we should convey a message to the person. When we understand his body language, when he has his expressions, so this is how our communication will be more effective if we know about his feeling and how he is feeling right now. So it will also make us an effective communicator. The next C stands for concreteness. Concreteness in the 7 C's of communication means that we should be specific and clear in our communication, and we should discuss only the particular goals, we should convey only the particular message. And we should not be confused whenever we want to talk to people. We should know about our message, and we should know about the audience as well. The next C in the 7 C's of communication, it stands for clarity or clear. Our message should be clear, our communication must be clear. What does clarity mean? Clarity means that whatever we are trying to convey should be clear, and there should be no room for any misunderstanding. So this is how we will be clear, and we should know about our message. What do we want to convey? What is our message, and why do you want to convey it? So this is how we will be clear, and this is how and this will help us to become an effective communicator. The next C stands for courtesy. We must be polite whenever we want to convey a message. So we must be polite. We must be considerate. We must be enthusiastic. whenever we want to talk to people. So when we are polite, when we are enthusiastic, and when we are considerate, and when we are reflective, so this will also make our communication more effective. The last C in the 7 C's of communication, it stands for correctness, or correct. Our message must be clear, our communication must be correct. What does correct means? Correct mean that there should not be any grammatical mistake, there should not be any punctuation mistake, there should not be any spelling mistakes. When we speak and when we write, so there should not be any mistake in that. So when we avoid mistakes, and we work on the message, and when it is correct, and we convey that message, so this is how it will make us more effective in our communication. So these 7 C's of communication are important for becoming an effective communicator. And first of all, we must learn about these 7 C's, and then we must practice it. So this is how we will become an excellent and effective communicator. As we know that we can develop any skill by practice. So when we practice these C's, and whenever we want to make a communication with other people, and when we take care of these 7 C's, so this is how we will have an effective communication with everyone in our life. It is said that communication is the lifeline of any relationship, and the art of communication is the language of leadership. So if you want to have improved relationship, and if you also want to adopt the leadership rule in our organization, then we must develop strong communication skills. I would like to conclude with this beautiful quotation of Ducker. He says that the best thing about communication is to understand what is not being said. Thank you so much for watching. Stay happy, stay blessed.